back to the channel of Pro Enzo Vids, and this is my round 22 Super League tips for 2022. Yeah, look, we're not far from finals now in the Super League. Only got a couple of weeks left, and yeah, it's very exciting to see how the ladder's sort of panning out in the lead up to finals, and the competition for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th spot is it's very competitive. The top 6 still. Plenty of teams can still contend for the finals this year, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of crucial results this weekend to see where some sides are at in terms of just the way they play and if they're determined to make finals still. But before I start, currently on 2,175 subscribers, so the aim is to get to 2,200 by the end of the week, by at least next week. It's been a goal for a while now, so hopefully if you're new watching the channel, you can consider subscribing. But again, the main thing is you enjoy the video and enjoy what my tips after the weekend. So without further ado, getting on to the very first game of the weekend, it is the Robins take on Toulouse. Alright, on to the very first game of round 22. It is the Robins taking on Toulouse, Hull taking on Toulouse Olympique at Salford Group. I don't know why I say always the full name, but it's Craven Park. But yeah, look, it's going to be a good game. This is a game that is really crucial for both sides, in my opinion. Really defies where they are as a side, and if they can, I guess, just give it a crack and get some momentum heading to the rest of the year. But look at Hull's recent form. They have suffered a big loss last week to the Wigan Warriors, losing 46 points to 4. Very bad defeat for them there. As for Toulouse, on a 2-game losing streak after losing to Salford the week before and losing to Hull FC 30 points to 6. Look, Toulouse haven't been too bad, and Robins haven't been as bad either, but it's a really interesting game. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to go a bit of an upset. I'm going to tip Toulouse by 6. Toulouse to win 16 points to 10, and yeah, I think it's a game that Toulouse can really win. On to the very next game now. It is Huddersfield Giants taking on Hull FC at John Smith Stadium, home of Huddersfield. So, look, Huddersfield, they've been pretty good throughout the whole season, obviously, and recently haven't been too bad after getting that 10-point win over Warrington last week. But yeah, they've been a little bit patchy, I suppose. Been losing some tight games, but winning in some really good ones as well. So I think consistency plays a bit of a key part in this week's game. And obviously for Hull FC had a great win over Toulouse, winning 30 points to 6 after 2 straight losses the week before, which were both smashings by Wigan and Castleford. So this shapes up to be a very interesting contest, actually. But yeah, who am I going to lean with here? I'm going to lean with Huddersfield to get the win here. I'm going to tip the Giants to win by 12 points, 24 points to 12, and I think they'll win. I think Huddersfield will win at home. Right, on to the very next contest now. It is the Wigan Warriors take on the Warrington Wolves at DW Stadium, home of the Wigan Warriors. Yeah, so look, Wigan are obviously trying to aim for first place in the ladder. Obviously, St. Helens have occupied that fairly pretty well so far, but Wigan are coming with a couple of good wins recently. They smashed Hull last week, 46 points to 4. So they should gain a lot of momentum from that as well after that big loss against Leeds the week before. So yeah, no, I think Wigan are in good position, to be honest. And as for Warrington, the Wire are struggling week in, week out. They can't get a win at all, unfortunately. 3 straight losses, and last week they had that loss to Huddersfield, 32 points to 22. So again, it's a very interesting contest, but only because Wigan have been better in form and are in a better position than what the Wire are. I'm going to tip Wigan here by 16 points at home, and I think that the Wire will score first, but I think Wigan will prove too good. Right, we go on to Sunday now, and this is a clash that is another danger game for my boys, the St. Helens, up against Castleford. This is obviously our home ground at Trinity Wick Stadium. Yeah, when I say danger game, I think it is a danger game. I really think that Saints, they got thumped by Salford 44 points to 12 last week, and we've got to move past that game as fast as possible. And I know that we probably we're not great on depth at the moment. We're losing a couple. Mackinson's back this week, which is going to help us, as well as well, look, we need a proper halfback. I haven't seen the teams yet, but we need a proper halfback. We need to move Roby back to his preferred position at 9, and maybe use Wellsby in the halves with Hopperwadi at fullback with Lomax. Lomax and Wellsby halves with Hopper at fullback. I just think that's the way to go. But looking at our form, actually, obviously that loss to Salford was very bad, but before that, we won 3 games in a row. As for Castleford, Castleford had a bad loss to Wakefield last week, which is one I didn't expect because I thought Castleford would win pretty well, but Wakefield got one over them. So, there's been heaps of upsets happening recently, and I wouldn't be surprised if this was another upset. But look, just the home, and after a big loss, I think we returned home with lots to prove and lots to play for. So I'll go St. Helens by 10, 1-12 sort of game, and I think we'll pick up the W. On to the second last game of the round. It is Leeds Rhinos versus Salford Red Devils at the home ground of Leeds at Henley Stadium. So, look, another game where it can go either way. Both sides are, look, they're both obviously playing all right footy, but both of them can be inconsistent too. So, it will be interesting to see where this one does go ahead. But, it should be an all right game, hopefully. Looking at Leeds' form as they're the home side, they're on a 2-game winning streak after having a massive win over Wigan the week before, and obviously winning in a very tight, high-scoring match against Catalans. And as for Salford, they obviously beat my Saints 44 points to 12, which was a very big result for them. And before that, they had a win over Toulouse and Catalans as well. So can they make it 4 straight wins? It's possible. As for Leeds, I think Leeds at home played pretty well as well. But my final tip for this game, it's very hard. But it's hard. But because it's at home, and because I think Leeds, I just think Leeds at home is a different thing. Sometimes it hits different from them there. So I'll go Rhinos by 6, and I think that Rhinos will pick up the win. And on to the final game, closing out the round for round 22. It is Wakefield Trinity versus Catalans Dragons at the home ground of Wakefield, being B-Well Support Stadium. So, again, another game that I really think can be tight potentially, but, both sides are a little bit inconsistent. Looking at Wakefield's form, been losing every single game up until last week when they beat Castleford 32 points to 6. A big response from that from the side that week, and that was a much needed victory by Wakefield. As for the Catalans Dragons, they had a loss in a close one to Leeds, and they've been in a bit of a patchy form as well, winning some games, losing some games, etc. So it's gonna be a very interesting one to see where this one does go. But look, for me, I'm going to bit of an upset. I'm going to tip Wakefield to win here. I'm serious. I'm going to tip Wakefield to win here by 4. There's an upset every weekend now, so I'm going to put all my money and thoughts into this one of Wakefield upsetting Catalans at home, winning by 4. But anyways, everyone, that's my round 22 Super League tips. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your tips in the comment section down below.